How we doing, posers and punks? We're back for another episode of dWEEbz.
Yo.
As you know, I'm JL Jessica Lee. Jess, you know me. But I'm lucky enough today to be joined on video for the first time by the lovely and luscious, beautiful. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because I know you got that on lock.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, TJ Berry. TJ on replay. You already know. Holla at me.
Let's get this out of the way right now. Follow
what
this
man. What are you doing
man.
right now? Stop. Go follow me on everything. TJ on replay. Also, while you're at it, you're watching this video, why don't you give it a pause? Go ahead, give us a like, give us a follow. I'll give it in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep, smack that like button. Thank you. Anyway, please continue.
Can you tell this man is a YouTuber or no?
It's been a while.
Thank goodness we have that kind of expertise on the dWEEbz team. I'm really excited to be joined by someone who reads.
Yeah, because nobody reads these days. What's wrong with you kids? Everything is TV.
All you kids
and YouTube
are illiterate.
Grab a book.
I didn't mean to insult you guys. No, I'm sure
anyway.
You have just as short an attention span as I do. This is a self call out. So today, I really want to talk about a couple recent developments in world of
this
manga.
This week on Anime News.
Breaking. We can start by talking about recent hiatus that Jujutsu Kaisen has had to. It's a tough and kind of heavy topic in the community. This isn't gonna be the funniest episode in the world. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So if that's what you're here for, then just keep watching anyway. We're entertaining. Gege Akutami of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is arguably the most popular shonen manga in publication right now. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it probably has some of the most outspoken fan base on the internet from what I've seen. Y'all can really shut the fuck up anytime you like.
Yeah. And that's the period. Anyway, go off.
Yeah, sorry. My filter, I left it at home today. So he has been experiencing lots of health problems, which is unfortunately all too common a trend among mangaka, for probably the sole reason of having really strict weekly deadlines.
Yeah.
We're talking 20 pages a week. So he recently actually, not this most recent chapter, which was only 8 pages long,
yeah.
And then he was like, I'm out. For the next, I don't know. I think he said it's gonna be at least a month, probably longer. You'll need to chill with the leaks because I knew about this before I even was able to legally read it, and there's no reason that should be happening. But all of that aside, that chapter needed to publish in Weekly Shonen Jump 2 pages that were original drafts rather than the finished, completed pages. As we found out because of Akutami's declining health. Yeah. So that's just kind of the tip of the
just the tip
of what I'd like to address today. So we've got the current mangakas who are being overworked, and this has been happening for ever
since the very beginning,
since they started publishing manga. And I mean, you could start or you could go on about the understood work ethic in the nation in general.
Yeah. It's kind of very hardworking people.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is both a truth and in a way a stereotype. So it.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of truth because their suicide rates are pretty high because of it.
I think a part of it also has to do with capitalism.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to
but
America.
We can hide. Yeah, we can.
This is America. Anyway.
That's I want to say there are Eastern sister country in imperialism, in capitalism. I could go on. But yeah, hello.
Anyway,
I'm hitting you with the hard truths today. But I digress. The recent development of Gege Akutami's hiatus to focus on his health, which is something that he has every right to do, and he's gotten a lot of pushback from some fans, but we can talk about them later. It has really kind of reignited the same sense of like anger. Like I feel toward like the medium that I did when Kentaro Miura died, God rest his soul, the mangaka of Berserk, which is the most influential manga of the last all 35 years. Like, yes, its influence is literally like you cannot measure it. It reaches so far in different mediums, video games, other manga series, if you've ever watched or seen a dark fantasy, there is some influence from Berserk in it. But this was a series that ran for 35 years.
For a while.
Or so. I don't really know how time works, and don't even get me started on mathematics. So I'm gonna do my best.
In quantum physics.
Guesstimation.
By my calculations.
Yeah. And my phone is otherwise occupied for time measurement sakes.
Manga?
Yeah, yes. 1985 to like last week or two. A month ago. But here's the thing. So he passed away suddenly due to an acute aortic dissection, meaning that his heart was under so much stress that it just tore. And I mean, you can say that has, to do with heredity or other aspects of his lifestyle, but when your entire lifestyle is making manga.
It was written and illustrated by Kentaro Miura. Debuted in Monthly Animal House on August 8th, 1989, the October issue. First Tankobon volume under blah 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 comics imprint was 1990. It technically says its original run to present.
I don't think a lot of the internet has been fully updated on like the to present thing. But
they're still pumping out volumes though.
It's technically not complete.
Yeah.
Because it's an epic story, and it is I believe like
volumes, bro.
The fact that 30 some odd years into his career he's still posthumously releasing volumes of his work is
Tupac
like so
of the manga world, bro.
You can cut that one and print it. And put it on my gravestone.
And put a picture of Berserk throwing up West Side.
I mean, Guts is enough of a gangster, I think, that like tracks, actually. Right. So, tangents aside, the health of these artists is put in constant jeopardy for the sake of meeting deadlines. So you've got like an actual casualty now in him, and I mean, there's a few other artists that I think are pretty well known for their long hiatuses now. My favorite example, and just favorite mangaka of all time, you already know who I'm about to mention. Yoshihiro Togashi.
The OG!
Of Level-E, Yu Yu Hakusho, and of course Hunter x Hunter fame, which technically is still running in Weekly Shonen Jump. though it has not published a chapter in, I want to say, 3 years now.
I feel like I saw a chapter like last year. I don't know. It's been a while.
If we're lucky, not that I read Hunter x Hunter. You
should.
So here's the thing for me about that series. I really, really enjoyed the anime when I found it on Toonami, which shout outs to Toonami for introducing me to pretty much like every anime series that I was exposed to in the first, let's say, 23 years of my life.
I feel like that's most people, at least in America. Like, if you got into anime, it's from Toonami.
Thank God for Toonami. Thank God for Cartoon Network.
Like, even the people who don't, like, if you ask them, do you watch anime? No. Have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? You ever seen Sailor Moon? Oh, yeah. Toonami.
I know, right? Did you never watch Saturday morning cartoons as a child? I mean, if you didn't, then I do feel bad for you, but I can't relate.
Although, if you didn't have cable, I'm sorry, bro. It's like,
you
could have watched WB.
Basic
Channel 11
cable?
on Saturday morning. Sonic X.
Come on now.
Shaman King. Anyway.
Sorry. I mean, I know that's one of your faves, and that's getting a new series soon.
No, it's already running. The new series, bro. We're like 10 episodes in.
Where can I watch it?
And it is speeding. So the thing about that is,
okay, here we go.
You can watch it online. Technically, you have to pirate it because Netflix. But this is what I don't.
Oh my God!
Netflix
don't get me fucking started on Netflix.
And bought the right to Eden Zero, and then Netflix is probably waiting for it to finish in order to run it. But they already agreed to like 54 episodes.
So they've done. Netflix has done that with every anime series that it's picked up so far. What is it? Little Witch Academia had a big following in when the film came out, which was the original thing that started the series, and it had a large fan base as a result of that, and fans were excited when they found out that it got picked up by Netflix, but then were severely disappointed when they found out that they weren't uploading the episodes as they released weekly in Japan, but they were backlogging them all to release them in one day.
It might possibly appear on the platform in August 9th. Maybe. Hopefully. But, it's Netflix. They do what they want.
Exactly. But so their whole, design is that they want their shows to be bingeable in one weekend. And yet, they prevent any of their actors on their press tours from using the word binge in any this is a real thing. I mean, if you really want me to, I'll cite my sources later. But how are you gonna design your entire business model around people binging your content and then refuse to acknowledge the fact that you want people to binge the show?
This is not a dig at Netflix. You can still hire me. But
I mean, listen, I do be talking shit, but I don't hate you, Netflix. I
don't hate you when it comes to anything except watching anime.
I'm watching Naruto on you right now.
Just go to Hulu, girl.
I don't want to pay for a premium subscription to a service that, I mean, you might as well just pirate shit at that point. And not that I condone that for things that are accessible on streaming platforms, because I want artists to get paid. But at the end of the day, the animators, who are the only people I genuinely care about, and maybe the writers, are only getting paid a fraction of a cent through streaming services anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Like the Demon Slayer movie.
But that's another thing. Animators are overworked.
Yeah. If you think anybody who's ever made content, I don't know if any of you listeners at home make content or anything at home. It's hard.
Do we have any creatives watching right now?
Shout out to Jeroni, who can make a TikTok a day. TikToks are hard. YouTube is hard. And I'll imagine trying to make an entire story and then coming up with the dialogue, making all these characters, make sure that all of your characters are the same that you've had running for a while, making sure that everything looks nice, making sure that your line work is okay, making sure all the shading is okay, and then having to deal with fanboys who go, I didn't like the line work that he put on chapter 13.
Well, yeah, that panel actually was the opposite direction from.
Speaking of
from
which, since we are talking about toxic people in the manga community, like Attack on Titan. Let's talk about it. One of the anime greats currently. I saw.
Shout out to Studio Mappa.
Shouts out to Studio Mappa.
I don't know who did the previous seasons, but Mappa took up the helm and has been animating season 3, 4.
Studio Mappa and UFO Table are like taking stuff to the moon.
UFO Table barely existed before Demon Slayer, and now they are like
everywhere.
The gods of Sakuga. Sakuga being the like a display of like stunning animation that specifically shows off the skills of a particular animator.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, here's your vocab lesson for the day, complete.
But yeah,
Good job,
like,
kids.
and I've been seeing this thing trending online where like they took Mount Rushmore and they put anime faces on it.
Yo.
And there's like a big thing where people are talking about because Ichigo's face is on there, and they were like, oh, take him off, put Eren on there, but like Eren's too.
Listen,
anyway,
Bleach is like 78 volumes,
and
okay?
it's coming back. It's coming back.
Oh, also, what's his name? Tite Kubo. Another
Kubo,
one of that he, for like a year, he was like, why do I feel this way? And then he realized that he had spent every waking minute of every day thinking about these characters and what they were going to do. And when he didn't have a direction for them anymore, his mental health went.
Yikes.
Like, which is probably another long-term consequence for these artists as well. Like, when all they're able to do, like, 25/8 is write their manga and do the illustrations, then once they do have time to themselves, they don't psychologically know what to do with their lives anymore.
Why Hiro Mashima keeps putting out different content. But anyway,
I'm sorry to
back
interrupt.
on Attack on Titan.
Yeah, let's talk shit about Attack on Titan fans.
Respect the artists, bro, because Attack on Titan fans, while the anime is amazing, they will literally see a new episode of Attack on Titan, and they'll see an attack panel coming from the left side of like Eren attacking somebody, and they'll be like, it was the right side of his face in the manga. And we're just like, what?
All right, here's my one thing.
Come on, bro.
About that, and I'm. This is going to be very revealing of my character as a person. Besides the fact that I don't read or watch Attack on Titan because it's too violent for me, and I just don't like it.
Missing out.
There's one thing that the fandom has shared enough times for it to reach me, that there was a panel where Levi Ackerman is being treated medically, his wounds somewhere, and he's shirtless. And then they animated it, and he was clothed. And the fangirl community was in an uproar.
I mean, that's understandable.
And
they were sweating,
myself
bro.
included. I'm like, if I ever watched that show, it
was
would
too
be
damn
lit.
high for that. I understand that, kind of, I guess. I don't know.
Well, he's the only character that people are really like, whatever.
He's the only character you can't really talk shit about.
I mean, I feel like there's definitely like levels to it. Like, you can joke about how they didn't animate Levi's abs, but you can't joke about like how you like want to physically fight the animators that adapted a show
in no
because they
way,
didn't do it
shape,
exactly
or form
the way
should
it
you
was written.
ever, and this is for you guys at home, including like us, because we don't want this. No way in any shape, form should you ever go to a content creator, message them, email them, send them like, I don't know, some snail mail, and tell them to kill themselves over like a piece of content.
What we are not,
like, as much as you don't agree
do.
with it or not, like, you can voice your opinion, like, whatever. You do not tell someone that you are going to find them or blow up their houses or anything of that nature. Like, what is wrong with you?
For that matter,
like, they give you something
like,
that you claim that you enjoy,
are you even
and then
a fan?
you threaten them.
But right,
dumb, bro?
to that effect, like, even when it comes to your local fan artist and or original artist. Like, don't be sliding into anyone's DMs and be like, you know, like, your art would probably be better if X, Y, and Z. Like, nobody fucking asked you your opinion.
Let's go for TikTok too.
Yeah.
Just so you know, like, we see your comments.
As much as we would appreciate the interaction in our comments, make it nice.
People have feelings, bro.
It turns out that, yeah, the people on the screen are actual people? Living humans who have lives and feelings.
They were just like you, but they decided to make something.
They were just like you, but then they decided to entertain you out of the goodness of their heart. So why not take that and be grateful for it? For once!
You ingrates! Anyway.
So, anyway. And also, if they have, like, their PayPal in their bio or, you know, their Cash App, maybe throw them a couple bucks. Buy their merchandise. Buy the physical copies of a manga that you're reading for free online. So that it doesn't get canceled, like Phantom Seer, which was my favorite new series in Shonen Jump that got canceled after 30 chapters. Yo, it didn't even get a physical release in the US before it got canceled. I'm sorry. I flew off the handle there. I just had to.
Tip your ghosts.
Tip your ghosts. Actually, speaking of ghosts, while we're on that subject, we are coming at you live from Ghost Harbor Creative in Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Hey.
And they have a Venmo, I think at least. And that would be for
those of you at home, you can't see it. I mean, it's green screen, whatever. This is donations for Ghost Harbor Creative, nonprofit gallery space in Asbury Park. Allow this space to continue supporting artists. At Ghost Harbor Creative, spelled exactly how you think it would be spelled.
Hell yeah. So, you know, you're getting this episode for free, but we are paying to be here. You should pay us, and you should pay Ghost Harbor. And, like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
Help us make more content for
But,
you.
like, we're making stuff so that you have stuff to do. Maybe throw us a couple bucks
we probably
for our
look
time.
Great, we sound great.
And
there
we
people,
look
there
at
are
us.
people behind us.
You get to,
okay.
like, for free?
Do you see this?
Stop. Anyway, so I also like, you know, now that we've talked our shit, let's kind of try, I think, to end this on a somewhat positive note. I want to recommend the stuff that, oh wow, we actually have quite a bit of time, so we can riff. I have plenty that I want to talk about. Now that I've gotten the somber, the slightly more serious stuff out of the way, now I can talk about things that I like.
Yeah.
So, I recently have caught up on a lot of, well, a few. Let's say a few.
Speaking of which, I saw that you finally started reading Marshall. I've been trying to get this girl to read this for a while. And then when she posted about it, I was like, yo.
Actually, it's funny you should mention that. Didn't the first chapter come out on your birthday?
I think so, yeah.
January 27th, which is also my mom's birthday.
It's a good birthday.
Also, shout outs to our first responders.
Yo, shouts out to our first responders. Securing it down.
Yeah, someone is likely... Well, you know what? That ambulance probably cost like $1,500 for the person.
Somebody is going into debt right now, but hopefully they'll be okay.
The current background noise is brought to you by the medical industry. I don't know.
Asbury Park Fire Department.
Asbury Park?
Oh, is that the fire? Okay.
Fire department, medical department.
This segment is brought to you by me not knowing what sirens mean.
Anyway.
This has been a PSA?
PSA.
Oh, you should watch Fire Force.
Hey.
But for real though.
It's lit.
And Stan Benimaru Shinman, thank you for your time. So yes, I did start reading Mashal. And I recommend Mashal to anyone. It's Mashal subtitle Magic and Muscles.
Yeah.
Or Marshall, whatever like whatever your dialect or your heart.
It's like comedy Harry Potter if it was also like an action manga.
I also, so interestingly enough, I posted a panel of that on the dWEEbz page relatively recently, and I got a comment from a follower who was like, was this written by one? And I was like, maybe. One being the mangaka / author. I mean, you know, shout outs to Yusuke Murata for actually illustrating One Punch Man. But of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100, which is my actual favorite new gen anime.
I'm behind on One Punch Man. I had to catch up.
I have had Volume 1 on my shelf for a long time, and it has never entered my eye holes to this day.
Anyway, shouts out to Jess, because she's actually about it. She supports the artist. She gets the manga books. I am a scrub, and I have not gotten a manga book in a long time. But
low-key putting myself in debt so I can look at pretty drawings.
She's not kidding, bro. It seemed like every week she was like open up a crate of books.
I really had to slow my consumption because, first of all, I have one full shelf that's just stuff I haven't started or read yet. So like, I really want to start reading Komi Can't Communicate, which I have volumes 1 and 2 of. I really want to start reading, I would love to start reading Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's been sold out everywhere. Everywhere.
It's hard to get a hold of.
Forever. Also, don't buy from third-party sellers on Amazon, because I bought volume 1 from someone, and I literally never got it. So... That's, or just don't ever buy from Amazon to begin with.
Jeff
Jeff,
give me my book, bro.
Can we talk for a second? When are you going to space? Are you thinking of staying a while, maybe leaving behind your wealth, or no? Anyway.
And also sponsor us. Anyway.
So this series that we were just speaking of, as I call it, Mashal, or you can call it Mashal.
That's great.
It's what your brain reads it as. You just got to read it. If you're a fan of Harry Potter before it became something that you might not want to be a fan of anymore,
cool.
It takes place in a fun little, actually kind of dark, low-key, magical universe where people are born with magical markings on their face, and it determines how much magical capability they have. And there is a school akin to, like, you can't deny
the Hogwarts
that
of the
it
world.
Was influenced directly by Harry Potter, because like even the robes, like the houses, but our main character, which is the reason why this person in the comments section was saying that they thought that this was a one production, is because the main character looks just like Shigeo Kageyama, aka Mob, from Mob Psycho 100.
Except deezed. Like, if you watch Mob Psycho, that's how he's supposed to look after training with those dudes, bro.
The gym.
He's deezed. And it's hilarious because you're in this magical world and everyone's like so souped up on powers, and they were just like, I have 3 lions, I can destroy you. And this guy has no magic, straight, just like, he just pumps
anything
iron.
They can do with magic, he can do through his physical endurance.
Here is an example. Obviously, if you watch Harry Potter or if you read Harry Potter, you know about the game Quidditch. And everyone's flying around on brooms and stuff. So they're, in the very beginning, they're trying to teach everyone how to fly on brooms. Obviously, my man has no magic. How is he going to do that? He literally throws the broom, runs after it, jumps on it, and just like glides out there. Like, did he just jump on this?
So I like the concept of just because you're built different doesn't mean that you can or need to let that limit you.
Sky's the limit.
Amen.
As long as you work out.
As long as you... And like, honestly, it low-key makes me feel motivated to work. Not that I will.
Yeah.
But like...
That's true though. You read it, you're
like,
just
I
like...
want to be just like MASH.
He eats cream puffs.
He does. He does have an addiction. He also named every single one of his muscles.
He did.
Which is, I think, worth noting. There's a series that recently started in Shonen Jump, which also, I'm going to just take this moment to let y'all know that the Shonen Jump app subscription is $2 a month. $2 for like tens of thousands of chapters that you can read right here. I was sitting in the DMV, like, unfortunately for me, somewhat recently, and I was just reading manga on my phone, particularly Sakamoto Days, which is one of the most interesting. It's the most interesting concept that I've seen in a series in a long time. It subverts the trope now of Shonen Jump series that are about like a teen who is fighting demons or some other supernatural entity, which is great. I eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't get me wrong. However, it's nice to take a different journey every so often. Sakamoto Days follows a former hitman who has settled down, quit his job, and now lives with and works with his wife at a convenience store in, I don't know, rural town Japan. What's that?
Didn't it get that anime?
Is it getting an anime? If it gets an anime, I
might be mistaken.
I think we're up to like 30 chapters now, so it might not be entirely. Sorry, my producers are producing. They do. They really do be producing though. So the entire series is a constant like low-key battle silently, because this is like you've got a silent protagonist in all essence and a supporting lead who is also someone who has, spoiler alert for the first chapter, skip like 10 seconds if you want to, who has left the game to join Sakamoto, living at the convenience store, but he is a psychic.
No anime.
And therefore can communicate with this very silent, strong but silent person. And therefore is kind of like a mouthpiece to the main character, who admittedly has like let himself go. So you've got like a thick boy protagonist, which is what we fucking need.
Yeah.
In all media.
Represent.
But still so physically capable, so skillful, like his training, as it were, still shines through in all of the attempts of the assassin industry to try and get him back into the game. But he also has taken a vow to his wife never to kill again. So you got a little taste of like, I don't know, like the like Rurouni Kenshin style of like reformed murderer who is just a gentle everyday guy trying to live his life, but the game keeps trying to pull him back in type deal. So read Sakamoto Days. Any recommendations from you, young TJ?
One of my favorite series of all time is called Siren. I don't know if it's on the Jump app, but if not, find it.
Find it.
It's amazing. There's only a manga for it. It's an OG. It kind of looks like Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's not. Also, Flame of Recca. I will rep that till I die.
I feel like you've been singing the praises of Flame of Recca
because
since I've known you.
It didn't get enough love. It was a great manga, and the only reason why it didn't get as much support is because it was running at the same time as Yu Yu Hakusho, and they had very similar themes. They both had a tournament.
Well,
but like that was the first time that we saw
Yu Yu Hakusho is the GOAT.
Yu Yu Hakusho is the GOAT.
Just throwing it out there.
Also, read Yu Yu Hakusho.
Read it.
Read it.
Yoshihiro Togashi didn't develop severe back problems for you not to read Yu Yu Hakusho, okay? But also, like, volumes 10.
Also, any anime that you like probably has better manga.
Yeah. So, I've been collecting that series for a while, and volume 10 is out of print right now. And so is volume 18 and 19, and it's been, like, the bane of my existence. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this, if you want to talk about a first world problem right now, I can't complete my collection.
Can't complete her collection
of
Japanese manga.
Of my favorite series of all time, okay? So I'm a little perturbed. I don't know who's been on these websites buying up all my copies and then trying to flip them
Resellers,
for $50. Absolutely. But scalpers need to get fucked and die. I mean...
Not that. But...
You know how we were saying...
Stop it.
Don't tell people to kill themselves.
Stop it.
I really don't. But, like, but stop scalping. Like, let people enjoy things without turning it into, like, a side hustle. Not everything is a fucking capital venture. Okay?
I get it. Like, make your money, but, like, do it elsewhere.
Yeah. Don't be stepping on the things that bring me joy. I need serotonin. And y'all are blocking it with a $50 entry fee, upwards of hundreds of dollars. I can't afford that, and therefore I can't afford to be happy. It's your fault.
Being a nerd is already very expensive.
Being a nerd is already hard enough. It's so
I
many.
got bullied in school for this, and now you want to charge me money?
Well, I mean, I got
bullied,
like.
but,
Can we talk about how we were bullied in school, in middle school, for being weebs?
And now it's cool?
And now it's suddenly cool. Like, and so that there actually is like a subset of the toxic anime fan community that are of the like minds that like, I can't believe all these people are getting interested in anime now because
hipsters,
I got bullied and I da-da-da-da-da. Well, like, dude, maybe you were just weird, yo. Like, if you didn't grow out of that and are like living your damn life now. Because, like,
do you think that not the invention, I guess, but the inception of the generation of social media and its rise within the last decade, really? Oh, it's only really been a decade. Facebook came out.
No, you're right. So actually, we looked this up the other day. Myself and Matt and Kim Obi, wherever she is, I love you. Follow Monster Kitty / Monster Doodles with a Z for some lovely art. I wish I had like a canvas in here right now to show you, but she and I were trying to figure out together when Instagram was incepted, and it was quite literally 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Monster Doodles on Instagram. Also, buy her art. You can also follow Ride the Wave Thrift, which is her, let's say, consignment hustle, which that is the kind of scalping I can get behind because fast fashion is terrible for the environment.
Talk to your girl. Make NFTs. But anyway.
NFTs are already on their way out, and I couldn't be happier.
Are they really?
Frankly. Yeah, so apparently they had like their biggest day ever, and then immediately started just dipping. Although, you know, that kind of market is so like highly...
That is the market. That's the market we're talking about. People who will...
Yeah.
The hype beasts who will like buy something and then
hype
just like
beasts.
Up the price. But yeah, do you think that the way that the internet has really took off with social media, do you think that was the rise in like anime and manga?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Because like all the nerds learned how to use computers first, and then they just started pushing.
I know, right? Like I could go
nerdy
on.
Things.
I could go
Revenge
on
of the
for
Nerds.
days about the about like
also,
the forums and yeah.
Because y'all help it.
Thanks. I just like looking at
you pretty people at home.
And also as a side note, anyone can cosplay and should. Thanks.
Anyone and anything.
Thank you for your time. So I really do think, though, that social media had a huge influence on the popularity of anime and manga and just the culture in general. Because, like, you know, as much as the internet helped me as, like, an existing fan of anime as a kid, I had to seek those out, those websites, those message boards, etc. My first email was it was on yyhmail.com, yuhakushomail.com. I would give you my username, but I feel like...
Sorry, back in middle school, I used to like role play on the WB like websites. My name was War Bandit, and if anybody gets that, it's from Metabots. If anybody remembers Metabots.
The name is unlocking memories for me, but...
Roll battle! Anyway.
Thank you for your time. Wow. Also, hire Terrance for your voiceover jobs.
Everything,
and
bro.
All of the things.
Hire us for everything.
Fabulous. So, good. You can also hire me for things. I'm cute, and I have a voice.
She do be cute. She do be talking, though.
You can't fucking keep me from talking. Also, you can follow me on things. I feel like this handle? Is a kind of a weird time to, but we're talking about social media, so this makes sense.
I mean, we should probably have like little handles that pop up down here somewhere, but
everywhere. I'll make like a cute ass graphic or something.
Right there, pop tag.
Or
another one. Oh, by the way, follow our producer right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if anything's actually going to go there if I'm just flashing my hands, but it'll be great.
Well, in any case, you love to see it, and I particularly liked the little plosive pops there. I mean, we'll put something together that has like all of our shit on it, but like
one day we'll become professionals.
But I'm on the things. I recently started using Twitter, and it was one of the worst decisions I ever made. Not only because what's y'all's problem with posting spoilers? 'Cause I don't like it. I mean, I've probably learned about more death just from being a Twitter user than I had in, how old am I now? In 20 some odd years of being an anime fan, so fuck y'all. But I'm on all the things. Twitter, I do, contrary to my posting schedule, I do use TikTok. And I'm probably most active on Instagram, but
you got over probably a K on TikTok too. She used to go live.
I went hard for a while.
Add her on social media, and then like add her and tell her to get back on TikTok.
I really will. I have plans. That doesn't mean I will execute them. But all of that said, I'll have to tell you what my handle is. Singing Senpai. Figure it out.
That's how you know she's about this, bro. Her name is Singing Senpai.
Well, when was the last time I sang, though, right?
That's true.
It was in this building. Ghost Harbor Creative. We got a bunch of live shows lined up here. What's the next thing that we have in advance? Today, for the record, I don't know when this will get posted, but today's the 14th of June, in case anyone was wondering. Which, to circle back around, is why the relevance of Gege Akatami.
We promise you this was relevant when we recorded it.
Yeah, it was. I swear to God, it was relevant.
Swear to God, promise you.
I swear. So, what were we talking about? Social media. Yo.
The social media and the fact that it's cool to be a nerd now.
Yeah, so I don't.
Also, like Marvel. Marvel helped.
Well, there's currently a really cool Spider-Man print up on the wall here at Ghost Harbor. It
is cool.
And yeah, I mean, Marvel. Wait, what about Marvel?
I just helped like bring nerd culture to
Oh, that's true.
Starting with the OG nerd Tony
That
Stark.
is true. Pardon me while I re-up my parking, because we're in Asbury Park, you see.
And in Asbury Park, it costs money to park, even if you live here.
They thought they were real cheeky and cute by naming the parking app Asbury, all caps, Park. but really it's just insulting.
I would do that though. I'm not gonna that's clever. Oh, we've been rolling anyway. In conclusion, any closing notes, my friend?
You know, I have a lot I feel like I could continue to say, but we could be here all week. So basically, respect artists, respect their time, maybe read a book one of these days.
Read a book, bro. Go outside. What is wrong with you?
I'm not gonna lie. I never mentioned that you should probably read Dr. Stone, but you should read Dr. Stone. You'll maybe learn a thing or two, and you'll maybe learn that you're also a communist. But that's just me. Rest in peace, Kensuro Miura. Thank you to you all for watching, listening, and thank you, of course, to my team. I've got John Lucci behind the camera, and doing the post biz. I mean, this man puts in so much time for this pod.
He's working.
I have hemorrhoids.
You know,
he has hemorrhoids.
If you haven't developed a stress-related health issue, are you even a creative? And shout outs to hi, that's me. To Matt Daniels, our producer, and ukulele slanger extraordinaire. And of course, my lovely co-host, TJ on Replay himself.
Follow me on TJ on Replay. Shouts out to my girl J Lee.
You could call me Jess if you want. Hey.
Big Jess. Big Jesser. Jess the best. Anyway.
Thank you all for being our friends and fans. And thanks for listening to me yell. I got real passionate today, but that's because I care. Love you guys.
See you next time, dweebs. Nerds. Attacking the world from boredom and negativity. dWEEbz team is for you and me. Another power level on OP. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Just kidding. I don't have one.
Cool rap, good shit.
If you're lucky. I love that your little shield